Okay, so I'm here. We're here with my friend Andrea and my friend Lara, who's on speaker, but I'm not gonna show you because her number's there, and Gracie, and we're discussing these fucking amendment propositions. Have you guys looked into that? Because it's important. Out here rolling joints and, you know, doing our thing, but regardless, we're getting educated. And the point is, go to ballotready.org so you can get educated. I'm about to post for Florida because I'm voting in Florida. I'm in Miami. I'm gonna post what I'm doing, but I absolutely encourage you to do your own thing. Read the amendments, research what they mean if the language is funky, and if it's a bundled amendment, say no, because they're trying to trick you. They put 3 different things in one amendment that have nothing to do with each other.
Ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power. Anyways, the rhetoric that is in these amendments are set up so that you trip yourself out.
Wait, Drake, come back to me because I'm on pause.
What do you mean?
Okay, so we've been researching because a lot of this rhetoric is fucked up.
It's messed up, and they want you to be confused about the amendments so that you make an improper choice.
So we're gonna educate you today.
Be aware.
I'm gonna educate you today, Florida voters. Hi, hello,
You
it's
gonna
me.
learn.
Dude, there's so many bundles and they're not a joy.
Bundle, bundle, bundle.
Lots of bundles.
Lots of bundles.
No joy. Dude, there's so many bundles and they're not a joy.
Bundle, bundle, bundle.
Lots of bundles.
Lots of bundles.
No joy. Alright, we're talking about Amendment 1 right now.
No, not 6.
Whose verbiage is crazy, but basically what Amendment 1 is they're asking to raise the homestead tax. So basically if you buy a house, you get tax exemption, you get back money from the government. And originally they were giving $50,000 to homes from like $100,000 to $125,000 and above. So now they want to up that to $75,000 for people who can buy houses. And so that's $25,000 extra that the government is going to be giving to homeowners. So where does that money come from? That money comes from the budget, aka the government funding, aka what funds teachers, what funds public facilities, what funds public parks, clean streets, building, construction, all the stuff that benefits the whole community, and especially me because my mom's a teacher, so like, I don't know, she gets paid by the government, so if the government doesn't have enough money, she's usually one of the first people to have her money cut. So yeah, that I'm personally gonna vote no, but you need to research and do your own research and figure out what it is, whether that's something that, you know, you as a citizen agree with or don't agree with. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm gonna put a link here that you can swipe up. It's completely unbiased, and you can. So that link is gonna take you to where you can read the actual amendments. They have like some pros and cons on both sides, and then that's where you read the actual amendments. Ballotready.org has summaries of the amendments because this language is insane, but you should know the real language. So that's Amendment 1. I'm going to link it again right here where you can get your info. I'm gonna link Ballot Ready here, but either one will get you kind of like a summary of what's going on so you can understand the verbiage that the real amendment. Amendment 2 is easy. It would make sure that the income tax doesn't keep increasing. It caps it at 10% so that, you know, they can just get away with a little bit of increasing. But at least it caps it so it doesn't keep going up. So vote yes on Amendment 2. Amendment 3 is another one that's really easy. It also helps the Seminole community here, a Native community here in Florida. It makes sure that voters are the only ones who are allowed to regulate whether casinos are set up or not. So it doesn't make it the government's responsibility. It's just Florida voters. We don't need gambling anywhere but Disney and like the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
we're chilling. We got plenty.
Wait, why are these?
So, yeah.
Was...
Hurry, guys! Scary shit. This is real.
Sorry, my car is mad dirty.
So Amendment 4 would give the right to vote back to convicted felons who have already served their time, completed their sentences, parole, and everything included. I believe that this is good because a lot of people who are convicted of felonies are wrongfully convicted of felonies. And it does not exempt murderers, and it does not exempt sexual offenders. So those two people still don't have the right to vote. And if they're already convicted felons that don't deserve a right to vote, they'll end up back in jail anyway, right? So yeah, a lot of people have been wrongfully convicted because obviously this criminal justice system is a joke, especially in Florida, especially for minorities and POC. So please, please, please vote yes on giving their rights back.
Yeah, if anything, you should read.
I'm voting yes on 5 because it makes sense to me that a higher majority of the people who make decisions have to be all in togetherness about the fact that they want to raise taxes, and it has to be alone and proposed solely in a bill. Doesn't allow for these fucking bundles like we have on this ballot to happen. And so that's a yes. Yes, we would like more like protections against tax raises for no reason, bundled into other things that we don't understand.
Set my taxes without me knowing about it. Like, I don't want to get my bill and all of a sudden be taxed on something that I had no idea or opinion towards. Like,
You feel?
what?
That doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you gonna?
taxing me?
How are you taxing me and not telling me about
And
it?
what's this money going to?
Yeah. So Amendment 6 looks nice because the first thing that they tell you is that they're going to give more rights to victims of crime. But of course, this is a bundle. And bundles are fucked. So let's learn about what the bundle is. I mean, this one's up for interpretation. I suggest you do more research. Again, I'm going to link you to completely non-biased. It just tells you exactly the language of the amendment. Some opposing, some pros and cons to why you should or shouldn't. I personally vote no. That's just my opinion. So for me, Amendment 7 is a no. I totally respect why people would vote yes, but I personally don't think that people who already have mad benefits from the government need more benefits from the government, especially being... But yeah, so you vote how you want. Check out how you feel about it. I personally say no because I just believe that our taxes shouldn't be going to that. Like, we don't have money to spend on that. There's a million other things we need to be working. Amendment 8 has been removed because it was that unconstitutional. Because it was that bundled. Because it was that confusing. Which they should have done with half of these motherfuckers.
I said, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
Honestly.
Curfew, bitch, if you wave, then I will serve you. I flew jet, she flew commercial, but we still met. Later that night, after my session, she came over. Do you love this shit? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard you fucked your girl, is it true? You getting money? You think the niggas you with is with you? And I said, hell yeah.
Alright, I'm back. I had a funeral to go to. So I'm back. Amendment 9 is the next one, and this one's also a bundle. Two things that have absolutely nothing to do with each other, but here we go. So the first part of it is that we would stop offshore drilling, which of course is a great thing, right? But then also it would make public vaping illegal. Would it be illegal?
Yeah.
You can't do it anymore. You can't public vape anymore. So, AKA a millennial attack. But what are we gonna do? Priorities, people. Definitely hardline, no offshore drilling.
Yeah.
So that's a yes on that one.
Fine, we don't need stomach cancer anyway.
You feel me? Like, we could do without the vaping,
Yeah.
I guess. Alright, so I'm saying no to Amendment 10 because also it's a bundle, which makes no sense. You push like the legislative year to start in January, which is like whatever, it doesn't really matter. But then there's also, they want to send up a counter-terrorist office. Essentially, they just want to open up all these fucking little departments that would prevent terrorism, which is caused by neo-Nazis, white supremacists only. Mad proof. So no.
It's honestly the funniest thing.
How many sheriffs are for it?
I think it says like 83. It says it on the website.
83 sheriffs are for it or something, and all the counties aren't because we don't need to waste money.
Stupid.
But again, that one's a personal issue. I know for a fact personally that fear and fear-mongering and all of this talk of like more militant, strategic, like law-abiding society, I just feel like that's really kind of like a whole entire gateway for more police brutality, especially on minorities and people of color. And I don't believe that that has any effect on like reforming people or reforming prison prison reform in general. So I'm gonna vote no on that one. And we're off to Proposition 11. We're out here with Dream Defenders canvassing.
Hey!
1, 2, 3.
One time.
And here's Gracie, her appearance too. Okay. We're out here campaigning. Come on, voting.